Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela. Text 6.238, chapter Liberation of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. गोपीनाथ आचार्य तांद्र वैष्णवता देखिया, हरि हरि बलि नाचे हाथे ताली दिया. So here the jubilant reaction of the devotees on seeing the sublime devotion of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is described. Gopinath Acharya and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya were close relatives. Both of them had been from Mayapur and both of them had come to Puri. Both of them were residing in Puri. So, from the same background, staying in the same place and related also. So, when we come to Krishna, we also desire that others come to Krishna. Those whom we love, those whom we are connected with, that Bhakti, Krishna Bhakti has, when we realize that Krishna Bhakti has made my life so meaningful, so fulfilling, why should anyone miss that meaningfulness and fulfillment? That's what we feel. And naturally we want to share Krishna Bhakti with others. Now, to some extent we may invite others, come to the temple, please come for a program, we may give an invitation, or we may push people also a little bit, not just give an invitation but push them a little bit. Now sometimes some people come just to oblige us, but their heart is not in it and they resent it because they feel it's not my interest, it's a waste of time or whatever. Now the way they will be able to continue on is not by our pushing but only by their choosing. And their choosing may not happen immediately. It may require time for them to accept the principle that it is only in loving and serving Krishna that we can get true happiness in life. But if we find that someone has actually gained that conviction, has developed that faith, and has sincerely started practicing bhakti, then the satisfaction we experience because of that is immense. It is not just the satisfaction that we have, we may be having some debate or discussion with our relatives and now they have accepted the rightness of our position and the wrongness of their position. If we make bringing others to Krishna into a ego issue, that I will prove that you are wrong and I am right, then we will actually alienate people from Krishna. Not just people will go away because they will think of us as egoistic, but even if they come, they will come resentfully to Krishna. And Krishna doesn't want people's mere physical presence. He wants their emotional presence also. He wants their love. He's bhavagrahi. So now, in this situation, Gopinath Acharya is not just feeling happy because, I was right and he is wrong. He is saying, Vaishnavata dekhiya. He saw what depth of devotional emotion and devotional understanding Sarvabhauma was exhibiting. And that was what he appreciated. He profoundly appreciated that because he realized that this is my perfection and this is Sarvabhauma's perfection. And this is a perfect demonstration of Lord Chaitanya's mercy, that Sarvabhauma, who was in one sense towering figure on the opposite end of the philosophical spectrum that has characterized medieval Indian history, where there were these two towers at the opposite ends of the philosophical spectrum. One was a personalist and the other impersonalists. So for the impersonalists to come to a personalist understanding, that itself is rare and special. But more than that, for an impersonalist, to not just accept the personal form of God, but to understand the depth of bhakti to such an extent and to develop such intimate faith in Lord Chaitanya. What was said in the previous verse is two things. That firstly, Sarvabhauma knew nothing except Chaitanya, except the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. And whenever he explained scripture, he did not give any explanation apart from the explanation that stressed bhakti as the conclusion of scripture. So here we see both his head and heart were being utterly, completely, unreservedly offered to the Lord. Sarvabhauma was a phenomenal scholar, and his scholarship he could have used in various ways. In the past, he was using it to study and teach Shankara's Vedanta. He was Nyaya scholar also, being a pioneer of the Navanyaya. And in this way, he was using the scholarship in different ways. But those ways were not related with devotion. And Vedaishya Sarvai Rahamev Vedya, as Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita 15.15, that by all the Vedas I am to be known. So that conclusion of bhakti which Sarvabhauma had now understood, and now he was teaching that. That is a dramatic transformation, and Bhupendacharya was jubilant, laughing, dancing, clapping, cheering, not in a self-congratulatory sense that, oh, now you have understood, now you have come on my side, but rather he's saying that, oh, now Sarvabhauma has come to the truth, and not only has he become a adherent to the truth, he has become a proponent of the truth, and he's not just a proponent, he's become a champion of the truth, because he is now using his phenomenal intelligence to establish and propagate the glory of bhakti. What is later described about the six Goswamis by Srinivasacharya in his Shad Goswami Ashtakam. Nana Shastra Vicharanaika Nipunau Sadharma Samsthapakau. Then they studied various scriptures, and after studying those scriptures, they came to the conclusion, or they established the conclusion of that bhakti, the Sadharma, the ultimate dharma, ultimate principle of dharma that is taught in the scriptures. So this was what the mission of the devotee scholars is. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya had not only been won over by this extraordinary scholarship of Lord Chaitanya, but he had also become an active champion of the same thing, propagating this. And just as when we are sharing bhakti with someone, if that person not only starts practicing bhakti, but then starts sharing bhakti with others, and starts speaking wonderful philosophical points and attracting people and manifesting elevated devotional understanding. The devotional side of our heart will be jubilant with ecstasy, and that is even when we are so neophyte, and sometimes we may have some problem of envy when we see others advancing. But for Gopinath Acharya, who was simply spiritually, selflessly concerned for Sarvabhauma, Now when he saw Sarvabhauma so ecstatically situated in that exalted devotion, his jubilance was overflowing in his heart and in the entire being, as is described in this verse. Thank you.